130th, building on the corner. Them weak links only made me stronger. I grew up in the church, but that didn't last. I needed work. Plus them niggas had black tops right on 31st.
On 40th, I was raised around warriors. Ask anybody, niggas know what my story is. Got bricks on 3-9, kicks that design. Moreno with a Spanish bitch, and she fine.
32nd, you had to have a weapon. And L said he got me a vest. That's a blessing, let him serve. I'm posted like I'm stuck on a curve. It's my word, move half of the bird on 33rd.
On 3/8, I just hit a nigga with 3/8. So much drugs, I could've bought 3 rapes. Keep weapons when I'm walking through 3/7. Nigga play with my money, he gon' see heaven.
Yeah, 34th had Cube.
That's too far. I don't know if I could do that.
No, you can't.
And you see how long it took me to get home?
Yeah, nobody
How fast?
Yo, what's up, man?
Everything was based on Adam, period. Like, it is not right for the man to be alone. We should get him a helpmate. God didn't even call a woman a woman. She was referred to as a helper, and the whole thought was it was for Adam. It's not right for the man to be alone. So they created Eve out of his rib. So I asked any woman, where do your God come from? Only God you got come from the man. Because if you go back to the Bible, God breathing the man his breath of life. Man became a living soul and God walked him around. Why God ain't walk you around? Why God ain't tell you nothing? Why in fact, the first words in the Bible that God had for a woman, he was disappointed in her. And to prove to you this, they'll tell you, like I'll show it to you. This is Genesis, if people like want to know. You go to the beginning of Genesis. Once God walked you around and showed you everything, once he made the woman from Adam's rib in the Bible, he just walked up over to Adam and left. He never said nothing to him. So I asked him, why he ain't walk you around? Why he ain't tell you whatever you named stuff? Because your whole thought was to be a helper, according to the Bible, for Adam. So when Eve bit of the apple, when God came back, he didn't go to Eve. Adam. Eve was our problem. We went to Adam. What happened? And here go the first snitching in the human life. Adam snitched on Eve. He said, the woman you gave me. And then Eve said, the devil made me do it. That's where they get that from. And Eve said, well, the serpent came over and did this. Nobody wanted to confess to what they did, but the first words God said to a woman, according to the Bible verbatim, he was upset with her.
So,
Period. He was upset with her.
do you believe it's Adam and Eve in the garden and all that? You believe that?
No, that's for people that believe it.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
that's
You believe that?
No, I don't know.
It's
From
just.
where we come from, you know, we believe in the higher ups.
But whoever want to believe
the
it
creators,
should bow to man. If you're a woman and you believe in the Bible, your instructions is you're a helpmate. You was not called a woman by God. Nowhere in the Bible. He called you it. It is not right for the man to be alone. So who thought was it all about? It was for Adam. That's not right. My son ain't got no Xbox. So you go get him an Xbox. But it's all for him. Has nothing to do with your daughter. It's not right for the man to be alone. That whole thought. And then when she fucked up, he went to Adam about why? Because a woman, don't laugh, is dumb if she don't get her knowledge from Adam. Because the
So a
truth
woman
is,
knows nothing without a man.
according to the Bible, not according to me, because if
So a woman knows nothing. Is that what you're saying?
if you read in the Bible, right, and God told
Yo,
Adam,
we got mothers,
listen to me,
sisters.
but all
daughters.
we're saying according to Bible believers, if they want to believe that, we don't believe that. We don't believe them stories.
So what about?
All I'm saying
So
is
what
God
about? So
breathed
what
to
about?
me.
So what about when somebody counter and say, well, a woman made the God you're talking about or the Jesus you're talking about? How do you counter?
I'm not here to argue with women. I don't
It's
believe
not
that
about
story.
arguing. It's just as far as
This is what I would tell them. I would tell them.
satisfying.
I would tell them what you're doing is giving women more props, and that's what I would do. I'm just showing you how the Bible don't give you props. Yes, you're right. You're all of that. Come to the Egyptian side, and you'll understand. You sat on the throne with me, side by side.
But how would you break that down to female as far as letting them know that man that gave Adam and Eve their power, who created him?
But what I would tell a woman is, her worth is the same worth as mine. It's just that when you get in governed societies, government means to govern your mental. When you get in governed societies, you get certain things, to please societies. Women can do this. Even the women's lib movement, that's a satanic movement.
The women's what?
Women's lib, that's all satanic movement. It's to break the family down. It's to get a woman to think she's up here and I don't need a man. I could do everything a man could do. I could do this a man could do. And you didn't come from that. You came in with negative and positive energy.
Hold up. I want to touch on that. That's the same thing like when, what he's saying, the same thing like when you go to welfare. They'll give you money, they'll give you assistance.
As long as you ain't got no man.
As long as you don't have a man.
Yeah, you get everything. They're promoting this lesbian stuff. They promote all of this is up right up their alley because it has a lot to do with planet depopulation. Planet depopulation is not just putting stuff in our food and killing us through apartheid and all that kind of stuff. It has a lot to do with if we promote same-sex marriages, that cuts out a lot of babies. That ain't gonna be no babies with these two lesbians. If we put this nigga in jail at 16 for a crack law all that time, them 7 years he did, he might have had a baby in them 7 years. So that it started that. Planet depopulation started, it's a different sections of it. It's in the food, it's in women's lib to get them to separate from their men. I personally might have been somebody that experienced it when, and you know where it started? It started in the music. They gave it to record companies first. These are the songs that changed women's mind. The first one was a commercial that said I could bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan. You remember that joint? I'm everything. I could do everything. Then you got no romance without finance. Ain't nothing going without the rent. What have you done for me lately? All of those songs changed the frequency of women and had them say, matter of fact, what have you done for me lately? All of that kind of shit and no romance without finance. That means you're a whore. No romance without finance. But if I have some finance, I can fuck. That's all that means. That's whore. Just on that alone. So the women's lib movement, all of that is satanic shit. It's all just like what I was telling you earlier, college and all of that shit. If you go back to ancient myths, the devil is known to be sitting pictured in hell and going like this. That's the same path that you turn when you graduate. It's the same ritual. It's just, you know how you could put up the Christmas tree, but they say you don't have to put nothing in it. They put the fake in Macy's and boxes underneath. It's just the act to go and do it. You don't have to be nothing. You're bowing now to Nimrod. You're bowing. Just the act. It don't have to be. All of it is ritualistic. You don't have to go all the way through. A lot of things they got us doing is satanic. What up, boy? Yeah. So the Bible thing is just according to the Bible. We don't believe that, but if women want to believe that, then they should follow. Because right in the Bible it says, in all your days, it says he's going to put enmity between thy seed and the devil's seed. Meaning the Eve got a seed and the devil has a physical seed. That's how it is. And it said in all Eve's days she's to bow to Adam, pray to Adam. Right in the Genesis of the Bible. So if women want to believe Bible, Christians want to believe the Bible, and they should get down and pray to their man and worship their man, because your only thought for being here was to please Adam. That was your only thought. See, you was called the helper. That's just the truth. I'm not saying it, and we don't believe it.
You just said it, though.
I'm just saying the Bible is saying it. I trust in something else. The Bible is a belief system. You don't have to know nothing with the Bible. The power of the Bible is just belief, and that's the magic. That's when dark magic comes in. You got gray magic, dark magic, and black magic, and you got white magic. White magic meaning pure magic, not white meaning colors. White meaning the light, and they use dark magic just to hide the light in. The original Illuminati is the Egyptians. That's what everybody don't understand. We're looking at Europeans and that. No, it started in Egypt. All of the pharaohs of Egypt, from Isis, Osiris, Horus, and all of them, are the same fallen angels that you read about in the Bible. Yeah, but that's true facts, man. That's where 444 came from. When Jay-Z made the 444 album, he knows the manifestation, the true manifestation story. The European was here 6,000 years ago. We've been here 20,000 years before that. So his information starts 6,000 years ago. And that he started you when the Egyptian society fell from grace, from being God. Just like the angels fell from heaven, 200 fallen angels. Where did they say the 200 fallen angels fell? To earth. So you ask any believer where we're at on earth, they won't know. You know why they won't know? Because the Bible stops with the information. They only know what the Bible.
My youngest wild and they done seen it.